And welcome back, race fans. Thank you for joining in on Right Rear Racing. I'm your host, Donnie Watts. We're going to be, I'm all tongue-tied right here, but we're going to be covering round number 5 of the 2024 Extreme Micro Tour presented by Billy Anderson on Twitch. And tonight, for round number 5, we're going to be live at Lincoln Speedway to bring you some exciting micro sprint action. As you see now, they're on the track. the drivers are out there getting some practice laps in. It looks like we're going to have 11 drivers making the field right now. And take a look around the track. As you see on the left-hand side of your screen, that's going to be your quick times currently for the practice session. And it looks like we have roughly 3 more minutes left until we start our qualifyings. And for qualifying, the top 4 in each heat will be inverted. And I believe everyone should be transferring into the A, so we're not going to have any B mains or anything like that. So we're going straight from the heat races to the main event. And with us not having any B mains tonight, I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to Admin Box for sponsoring the series here. And there you have it. If you need an admin box, feel free to reach out to them. And let me find the code again, make sure I give you the right code to use. For an admin box, you can reach out to them. Use RPE Sports Box to receive a 10% off on your order. And it looks like we have Dakota Osborne currently on the track. I've seen someone else that pulled out there. I believe that was Eli Harris in that 115 machine. Dakota Osborne's the only one currently on the track. Kind of go over some of the drivers if they're still loaded in there in the pit lane. Dylan McKee will be in that number 12 machine. Dakota Osborne on the track. Mason Setting in the number 10 machine, that blue Red Bull one. Aaron Huffaker in the 62R, which he's loaded up over there. Jamie Howell's on the track currently in that number 11 machine. And thank you again for joining in as we reach the closing seconds of our practice session here. Jim Baroni in that 27 machine. And feel free to jump in on the chat on YouTube or Facebook and chime in on who you think's going to win and who you're cheering on. Get me a drink of water real fast before we start going into this. Again, it's going to be 11 drivers making the call as they're closing up the practice session now. And thank you for just subscribing there, Taz119. Again, the invert is going to be 4 for the heat races. And it looks like Cody's going to go on the track first. We're going to watch him on his 2-lap qualifying here. As he pulls out of the pits, he's going to do his out lap. He's going to go on the high side. He's going to get that momentum going up there. As he has that momentum, he's going to be getting the green flag this time around, coming out turn number 4 as he's going down his front straightaway. Entering turn 1, he's going to try to drive through that slick, go down low and hug that inside wall. Didn't make contact, so he's still good here. As he's coming around turn 3 and 4, he's still running that low line. His first lap is going to be a 16:27. That's going to put him on the top. You also have Eli Harris out there on the track now as well. Aaron Huffaker's on the track too with Dakota Osborne. And Eli Harris, his last lap coming out of turn number 4. Is he going to get better than that 16:86? And he's not going to get better than a 16:86 as he duplicated it. I have Dakota Osborne in third. He finished with a 16:38. Cody is going to be at the top of the board right now with a 16:19. We're going to follow on with the 66 of Jesse, as his first lap was a 16:99, and I believe he is finishing up. Mason Setting, he's doing his out lap, I believe, as we just join in with him. Mason Setting's in that 10 machine. He's coming out turn number 4. That was his out laps, or I'm sorry, that was his first lap. That's going to be a 16:39 for the third position. As he's going down the back straightaway, he's coming around turn 3. He's looking to improve that time and get that pole set position there. Looks like he made contact with that wall just a little bit. And his second lap is going to be a 16:96. Jamie Howell, his first lap was a 16:41. And that number 11 machine, that's going to put him fourth as he's entering turn number 3 now. He's looking to improve it here. And he had a 16:57. Dylan came out there with a 16:26, and he took over second position. He's trying to get that pole position as he takes the checkered flag there. He got a 16:38, so that's not going to improve him anywhere on the track or on his position there. As we join on with Jimbo running that 27 machine, he's coming out there to finish up the qualifying as he's at this flag stand now. That should be his first lap, if I'm not mistaken. That was just his out lap. That's why he's not on the board. As he enters turn 3, he's coming out turn 4 for his first lap. His first lap looks like it's going to be a 16:22. That's going to put him second on the board as he have to get faster and take that pole position away from Cody for quick time tonight in the qualifying session. And his second lap is going to be a 16:22, I believe. Unless he made some contact somewhere. And that's going to be second quickest on the board. Looks like he's doing a little bit of extra laps there. Again, we're going to do our heat races, and the top 4 will be inverted. And that's going to conclude your heat races for your qualifying. As you see on your board now, as you're qualifying for the 11 drivers. And we're going to go straight into heat race number 1 tonight. And on the pole is going to be the number 531 of Armando Melgosa. On his outside is going to be the number 10 of Mason Setting. Inside row number 2 is going to be the number 12 of Dylan McKee. On his outside is the number 17 of Cody. Inside row number 3 is going to be Eli Harris in that 115 machine. And on his outside is going to be the number 19 of Russell Harold. It's a 531 of Armando Melgosa's leading us to the field, or to the green here. And we should be given the 1 to green. I don't think the pace truck's pulled off. We're going to go green flag racing this time around. Coming out of turn number 4. That's going to be Armando Melgosa in that 531. He's going to try to take the lead here, or take the charge into turn number 1. That's 17. He's going to take it as well, as we're green flag racing. The 17 was your quickest in qualifying. And we're going to be side by side going into turn number 1. It's still going to be Armando leading us in with that 531. The number 12 machine of Dylan McKee. He's looking down low. He's going to make it interesting here early as Armando gets sideways there and loses it. And he got sideways. We still are going to be under green. And that was Dylan McKee and that 12 machine that got tangled up in that. As we have racing in action right here in front for the lead with the 17 taking over the lead position with Mason Setting in that 10 machine. He's second. And we have Dylan McKee after that incident on the first lap. He's trying to make a move here on the bottom. He's going to try to get around Eli Harris for that third position. Mason Setting, he's not leaving Cody back, as this is your battle for your lead in the heat race as they are completing the first 3 laps. We're on lap number 4 here. We're We're going to go back here to Dylan McKee as he's side by side with the 115. That's your battle for third position here on the screen. As Dylan McKee took over your third position, we're halfway through. We got cross flags. And Dylan McKee, he's trying to reel in Mason setting in that 10 machine, that Red Bull sponsored car there. And it looks like it's going to be Cody leading the field, moving from the fourth position to take over the lead here, as we have, I believe it's 6 laps down, or we're on lap number 6. With the popsicle sticks out, now we have 2 laps remaining. Dylan McKee, he's slowly reeling in Mason. Does he have what it takes to come up there and battle it out for second position? As Cody's getting the white flag this time around, with only one more time around here, it looks like it's going to be Cody leading the field and taking the win here in heat race number 1. As they go down the back straightaway, Dylan McKee, he's trying to give it all for Mason, but it looks like it's going to be Cody, followed by Mason, Dylan McKee, Eli Harris, Armando, and Russell rounding out your field for heat race number 1. Again, we'll take a look at that again. It was Cody in that number 17 machine. He's the one that won it. And let it pop back up there again. We have Mason setting in that 10 machine, followed by Dylan McKee in the 12. Eli Harris in that 115. Armando Melgosa in the 531. And then Russell Harold in that 6th position, rounding out the field. And for heat race number 2 tonight, looks like it's going to be the number 62R of Aaron Huffaker on the pole. On the outside of him, it's going to be the number 11 of Jamie Howe. Inside row number 2 is going to be Dakota Osborne in that number 79 machine. Outside of him is going to be Jimbo Rooney in that 27 machine. And on the back row there is going to be the 66 of Jesse Holcomb. And I don't think Andrew is running tonight in that 227. As I think we're waiting for everyone to grid up. And I believe right after this we have a 5-minute warm-up session to try to break the track in just a little bit more. Again, thank you for joining in. Hopefully everyone had a good New Year. I know here on Right Rear Racing you can join back in on Thursday at 7:15 Central Standard Time to catch the mini stocks, and then we're going to bring you the championship night next week for the micro series. Again, it starts about 7:15 Central Standard Time. And the one to watch out for is Jimbo Rooney in that 27 machine. He was the second quickest, I believe, in the qualifying, so that's why he's starting right there in the 4th position. As I believe we are going to be getting one to grow as they come out of turn 2. The pace truck is pulling off on the back straightaway. It's going to be Aaron Huffaker in that 62R leading us to the green. As we're watching that 62R, he's waiting for that green flag. He's going to be hitting that loud pedal. He's ready to go. He's going to take us turn number 1. Looks like we're going to go 3, 4, 5 wide right now on the front straightaway. We're going to be side by side. That's the 62 and the 79. They're battling it out for the lead with Aaron Huffaker on the inside, 79 on the outside. That's Dakota Osborne in the 79 machine, Aaron Huffaker in the 62R. And looks like the 66 machine got a little sideways back there and spun out and collected Jamie Howe in that number 11 machine. You can throw the blanket on the top 3 drivers right here. The 79, 27, and the 62 are in their respective positions. As the 79 of Dakota Osborne, he's trying to get momentum going. Aaron Huffaker's looking down low, and he got closed the door on, sorry. And Jimbo Rooney got collected there. And we have the first caution of the night. And we're going to go back and take a look at what happened there. As we're on board with Jimbo Rooney, you see Aaron Huffaker on the inside there and Dakota Osborne on the outside. Aaron Huffaker's looking down low and just pinched it off into the wall, and Jimbo Rooney had nowhere to go. as we're nearing the halfway point of this heat race. I believe the lights are out. We're going to go green flag racing next time around as Dakota Osborne in that 79 machine. He's going to be leading us to the green as the pace trucks pulls off. Aaron Huffaker in that 62R is in second, and I believe Jamie Howe is in third, with J.C. Holcomb in second or in fourth. As we got the green flag, Dakota Osborne, he's going to get a good hole shot there and lead us into turn number one. Looks like Jesse Holcomb, he got a good run. He's looking on the inside of Aaron Huffaker. He pushed Huffaker up, and looks like Aaron Huffaker went into the pits. Jamie Howe is still out on the track. It looks like it's going to be Dakota Osborne as we have 4 more laps left in this event. Jesse Holcomb is in second, followed by Jimbo Rooney in that 27 machine. And this is your battle for your second position between the 62 and the 27, as Dakota Osborne looks like he's walking away from these drivers now, as we only have, I believe it's 2 more laps remaining as they're getting the popsicle sticks this time around. Jimbo Rooney, he's trying to make a move on Jesse Holcomb here, as they only have 2 more laps. Dakota Osborne should be getting the white flag this time around, as we only have 1 more lap around. This 27 is going to take a look inside on turn number 1, and the 66 had the momentum on the outside, it looks like, as we're going to be going side by side again in turn number 3. Who's going to take second position, as Dakota Osborne is going to take the win. Jimbo Rooney did the one's last slide job there, and he took over your second position. He's going to take second, with Jesse Holcomb in third, followed by Jamie Howe, rounding out the field for the drivers that are on the track currently. And we're going to take a look at your results. Again, I don't believe Andrew is running, as it was Dakota Osborne in that 79 machine taking the win, followed by Jimbo Rooney in that 27 machine. Jesse Holcomb in that 66 machine, he was finished third, followed by Jamie Howe and Aaron Huffaker in that 62R. And we're going to take about a 5-minute warm-up session here, as these drivers are going to break in the track a little bit to make it a little bit more interesting running side by side here. And we'd like to take a moment to recognize one of our sponsors. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, with the Extreme Rap Studio. Reach out to them on Facebook or Discord if you're needing the iRacing rap. And all Regal events, the Fort White Salute is sponsored by Victory Fuel. Victory Fuel is formulated to help you stay hydrated and energized, packed with vitamins, low on sugar, and no caffeine. It's the perfect fuel for your race night. Use special offer RPE Sports Victory to save 10% at checkout. And Admin Box sponsors all the drivers' meetings for Regal Promotions events. It's designed for iRacers by iRacers. Admin Box ensures seamless race control and efficient event management. Use code RPE Sports Box to save 10% on your orders. Visit adminbox.com to learn more. As we have about 2 more minutes left of the warm-up here. Looks like the track's coming in fairly good. And as you see over on the left-hand side of your screen, all these drivers are running pretty close. You can take a look at them now. As we're closing down on the points championship here with tonight and next week races are the last 2 races of the series. And for all your race results and your points for the series, you can go to simhubracer.com. Or simracerhub.com, sorry. And for your points leader, Aiden Schramm, he's not here tonight, but he has 679. Dylan McKee is in second with 643. Cody is in third with 641. Jamie Howes in fourth with 630. Dakota Osborne is going to round out your top 5 with 609. Feel free to jump in on the chat, guys, and let us know who you're cheering on as these drivers are taking the field. As the warm-up session is going to conclude, we're going to go straight into our main event tonight. And for your starting lineup for your main event tonight, it's going to be that number 17 machine of Cody on the pole. On his outside is going to be the number 79 of Dakota Osborne. Inside row number 2 is going to be Mason Setting in that 10 machine. On his outside is going to be the number 27 of Jimbo Rooney. Inside row number 3 is going to be Dylan McKee in that number 12 machine. On his outside is going to be the number 66 of Jesse Holcomb. Inside row number 4 is going to be Eli Harrison, the number 115. On his outside is Jamie Howe in that number 11 machine. And rounding out the field, it looks like it's going to be Armando Melgosa in that 531, as Aaron Huffaker's not going to make the call for the feature here, as he's supposed to start on his outside. And then rounding out the field now is going to be the number 19 of Jesse Harold. And we're going to have a 30-lap main event tonight. As I believe they're giving them 1 to green. The pace truck will be pulling off on the back straightaway in turn number 2. Give you a better view here as the pace truck pulls off. It's going to be Cody leading us to the field in that number 17 machine, as Dakota Osborne's on his outside. as they enter turn number 3. They're at the start zone. The 17 machine, he's hitting that loud pedal. The 10 machine wants to follow suit and chase right behind him. We're going to be side by side for position number 2. Entering turn number 1, that 17 is going to be leading us. The 79 is going to get that momentum on the outside there, as we're still side by side for the first lap here. The 17 machine hit that inside wall just a little bit, and it looks like he's going to take that lead, and the caution will be coming out. We'll go take a look at what happened here as we go on board with a 115 of Eli Harris. Eli Harris looks like he's going down a little bit, slid up, made contact with the 27 machine, and spun himself out. And that's going to bring out the first caution of the night. I believe we got one lap in. Or no, we did not get one complete lap in. So Cody will be taking the point over again, followed by Dakota. The 10 of Mason Setting. The 27 of Jimbo Rooney. And rounding out the top 5 right now is going to be the number 12 of Dylan McKee. And the drivers are ready to go. I believe if we get multiple green flag laps here, a long stretch, it should be interesting. As you've seen on that first lap was Cody, Dakota, and Mason all on top of each other. We're going to be a single file restart, as we're going to go green next time around, as Cody is going to be leading us out turn number 2. The pace truck is pulling off. And we're going to turn number 3. We're waiting for that start zone, and it looks like we're green flag racing as Cody's going to be taking a good lead there. The 79 of Dakota is looking on the inside. We're going to be side by side for second position right behind Cody, as it's going to be Dakota Osborne in that 79 machine. The 10 is going to look down low. He's trying to make a move there on the first few laps here. And the racing action is going to be right here for your third position between Mason, Jimbo Rooney, and Dylan McKee. As Dylan McKee and Jimbo Rooney, they're side by side. That's for your fourth position. And if it heats up towards the front, I'll go back to them, as we're still side by side with the 27 and 17. It looks like Mason's had a little bit of lag issue there. We're still side by side for your fourth position. Are these drivers going to split Mason and make it 3 wide? Looks like Dylan's getting a good run on the outside. He's going to try to make a pass for your third position. And as we're coming down turn number 2, they're still side by side. Enter turn number 3. He should have it come down turn number 4 this time around. It looks like he cleared him there, so he's going to take over that third position. We go back up here to your front. Looks like Dakota Osborne, he's trying to find some traction, as seems like he's closing the door a little bit. Again, we're watching Jimbo Rooney as he's trying to close in the door on Mason's Setting, but it looks like Jesse Holcomb's closing that door just a little bit on him. And we're going to go back to your front. What he looks like he's waiting on. As Cody pushes just a little bit there, we're going to have the yellow flag come out. And we'll go take a look at what happened here as we go watch Jesse Holcomb. Jesse Holcomb got on the outside wall, and I believe that was the 11 of Jamie Howe. Yes, that was the 11 of Jamie Howe. Had nowhere to go and ended up spinning them around. And I know Cody and Dakota, they did not want to see that caution come out. Don't count out that number 12 of Dylan McKee. He's been slowly trying to reel them in, and this caution helps close up that gap. And the pace trucks will be pulling off. We're going to go green next time around as we're going to be a single file. I'm sorry, they're stacking them up. We're going to go 2 by 2. It's going to be Cody leading us to the green with the 79 of Dakota on his outside. The number 12 machine of Dylan McKee, he's looking on inside here, turn number 1. He's trying to take over that second position. He's doing a slide job. And looks like Dakota's trying to do a crossover. The 27 of Jimbo Rooney, he's making a move now. It's going to be Dylan McKee taking over that second position. Dakota Osborne in third. Mason Settings in fourth, followed by Jimbo Rooney. Jimbo Rooney's trying to get that low side going in turn 1 and 2. He's trying to make a move here on the inside of the 10 of Mason Setting. As we're 10 laps down on the 11th lap now, the 17 of Cody's trying to walk away from the field as Dylan's not wanting that to happen and trying to reel him in. The 10 of Mason Setting, he's trying to make a move as well and take over that third position. He wants to be on the podium. And it's still going to be Cody leading the field, followed by Dylan, then Dakota. As we near the halfway point. The 79 machine, he's trying something different. And then the number 12 machine, he's going to try to make a move there for the second position as he's looking down low. Currently coming out of turn number 4. He's not going to have enough momentum as the 12 machine has that momentum on the outside. As we're on lap number 15. They should be getting the cross flags next time around. And we're focused in on your second, third, and fourth place drivers, as one of these drivers are going to end up making a move here soon, is what it's been looking like. All three of them's running something a little bit different of a line in the turns. And this time around, we're going to have momentum coming out of turn 2. As we carry that momentum going to turn 3, we're going to be side by side for your second position between the 12 and the 79. 12 came down just a little bit there as we have 18 laps remaining, or 18 laps down. Sorry, 18 laps down. We have 12 laps remaining here. Go to turn 3. We're going to be side by side. This is where the battle's been at all race between these two drivers of Dylan and Dakota in that 12 and 79. Looks like Cody's kind of walking away from the field now as these drivers are trying to race side by side. Mason's right there as well. He's waiting for one of these drivers to make a mistake and ready to pounce to get on that podium position. As we're going to be getting 10 laps remaining in this event, the 12 machine of Dylan McKee is still going to be in your second position. Cody's in first. And we have Dakota Osborne in that 79 machine. He's going to be third. Mason Setting in that 10 machine is fourth. And rounding out your top 5 currently is going to be the 11 of Jamie Howe. As looks like they slowly reeled in Cody here. And it looks like Dylan McKee's starting to put a gap on Dakota as they come out turn number 2. And Dakota Osborne, he's not letting that go yet, as we have 6 laps remaining. Again, this is your battle for your second position between the 12 and the 79, with the 10 machine as well, ready to go and take over a podium position. And we're starting lap 26. So that means that we have 5 laps remaining in this event on the closing laps. And we'll go take a look at your leader now. And that's Cody coming around turn number 4. And it looks like the 12 machine has the exit and the 79 machine has the entry where they kind of gain each other and pull away from each other, as we only have 3 more laps remaining in this event. And they're getting the popsicle sticks this time around. I believe we have lap traffic coming up. Maybe will it be a factor? That's the question. Dakota Osborne, he's throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Dylan McKee, as we are on our white flag lap. 1 lap remaining. And it looks like it's going to be Cody taking your win here for round number 5, followed by Dylan McKee, Dakota Osborne, Mason Setting, Jamie Howe, Jimbo Rooney, Jesse Holcomb, Eli Harris, and Russell Harold. And if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be Dylan McKee for your hard charger tonight as well. We're going to hear from your top 3 drivers. And there you go. That's your warm-up results. What our feature results for tonight. As we have your feature results with Cody in that 17 machine. He's going to take the victory tonight as he goes into victory lane there. Dylan McKee in the 12 machine is going to be second. The 79 machine of Dakota Osborne is in third. Mason Setting 4th. Jamie Howe rounds out your top 5. Jimbo Rooney 6th. Jesse Holcomb, Eli Harris, Russell Harold, Armando Melgosa rounds out your top 10, and Aaron Huffaker rounds out the field. And go back and try to catch up with these drivers as I'm waiting for Dakota Osborne to jump over and give him his post-race interview. And while we're waiting on Dakota, we're going to go ahead and hear from Dylan. And Dylan, how are you doing tonight, man?
Good.
Man, that's a hard-fought battle, seems like, for the second position between you and Dakota. How was that race?
The race was good. Starting off, I was able to jump. I think I started 6th or 7th. I was able to jump quite a bit, and then I don't know, there was a caution. So then we went single file, so that was kind of frustrating because Rooney got back to the position. And then from there, it's just a battle on trying to find a way to keep my momentum through the slick, which unfortunately I found a way to keep the momentum, just a little too late because I ended up starting to catch up to Cody there at the end, but just a little late on trying to find my line.
Yeah, seeing it on whenever I was covering it for you, that you started reeling them in. That's what my next question was going to be. So you already answered that one. Do you have any sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to, man?
I'd like to thank my family and friends that are watching, my wife and kids, and then Billy Anderson on Twitch for sponsoring the event, Right Rear Racing for broadcasting it, Regal Promotions for putting on this series. It's been a great series so far. And then Mosquito Authority, South Dakota National Guard. And like always, if anyone's looking for a driver, just hit me up and get a hold of me.
And with you saying the National Guard, I'm assuming that you're currently in the Guard?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your service. And I mean, I'm a veteran too, so I make sure to take care of everyone as well.
Yes, sir.
And thank you for taking the time after your race tonight and coming over here and doing your post race interview. Hopefully, next week for your championship night, I will catch you again on the podium.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, sir. And there you have it, your second place finisher of Dylan McKee. And I don't think Dakota Osborne's jumping in, so we're going to go straight to Cody. And Cody, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Man, you just seemed like you walked away from that. How was that track?
It was very tricky. Just like Dylan said, got to find your line. The corners were definitely getting pretty slick, and it seemed like halfway the track actually came in, and corners definitely mattered. He was starting to catch me in 3 and 4 in a slider, but I was better than him in 1 and 2. But I think if he had found his line a little bit sooner, I probably would have been in some trouble.
Oh, yeah, he started rolling you in there just a little bit, and then I think he found the line as well. And I think now with tonight, you should be jumping up in points, hopefully. Do you have any sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Really just Racing Designs. You guys need anything done, shoot me a message, and I'll try to get anyone hooked up.
Sounds good, and congratulations on your victory tonight. And next week is your championship night. Hopefully that we finish another podium.
Yeah, thank you. We're going to try.
Yes, sir. Again, thank you for taking time after your race to jump over here and do the post-race interview.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for broadcasting.
Yep, no problem, sir. And there you have it, your top two drivers, since Dakota did not make it for the interview. And that's going to conclude your racing events tonight. And with that being a conclusion of tonight's race, you can catch us next week. We're going to be heading over to I-55 in the micros. We're also going to be broadcasting the mini stocks on Thursday right here on Right Rear Racing. Both of those are going to be starting at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And one of the special events that are coming up this month for Regal Promotion is going to be on Thursday, January 16th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be the RPES Gold Rush 150 at the Nashville Fairgrounds. It's going to be 150 laps. It's going to be a fixed setup in the late model stocks. $150 to win, $20 for fifth with a $15 entry fee. Please reach out to Regal for your entry on that. And thanks again for joining in. We will catch you next time here on Right Rear Racing.